Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Crusader Kings III, where we are playing as the Norse Kingdom of Andalusia. And how, pray, did we arrive at being Andalusia? Well, we started all the way over here as the Jarl, or the Count of Gotland, moved over to Holland, formed Frisia eventually, and this is our old kingdom. And then from there, we started conquering Andalusia. And because of the succession laws, our family still controls Frisia, Gardariki, and also Sweden. And that's where we are now. And I have just noticed that we have a powerful vassal who's a queen. And I was trying to work out how. We've got Queen Rogenfrid, Frank's daughter, of Sweden. I was like, Sweden? How? Huh? And it's like, yeah, that is indeed Sweden. Oh no, that's your husband. You're married to the King of Sweden, but you yourself are actually our vassal, which is kind of interesting. Unfortunately, she owns Seville, because of the completely derpy way that succession works under the elective, where you don't actually get your primary title, nor do you actually get your capital. So even though Cordoba should be our capital, we actually got Niebla and Calatrava over here. So we are going to need to do a little bit, at least, of consolidation, because we own quite a lot of big territories, but we don't own them at the moment. Starting a bit early, aren't we? No, it's R5. I'm actually late. First thing we need to do, though, is choose a lifestyle, and you will notice that we've actually gotten a little bit lucky in that we are already fully a family hierarch. We already have patriarch. Let me just double check that is true. Yep, we are a patriarch. So our family is going to like us, and all of our children are actually going to be stronger because of it. And we're currently working on the August tree. I think that's fine. We could switch to something else, like possibly stewarding, just because I want to control more territories. But then we would lose out on the 30 lifestyle experience. The other thing that we need to be aware of is we're on our own in this area. So if we could establish an alliance with somebody with the defensive negotiations, that would be very, very strong for us indeed. So I think what we're going to do is foreign affairs focus for the extra diplomacy. That's just going to keep everybody super, super happy with us. And we have now got a diplomacy of 26. So that's a lot of bonus opinion, even though we're going to have the short reign modifiers. We have 6,000 soldiers, which is good. We do need to sort out the council. So for the steward, Duchess Euphema would be the... Oh, you're the spy master, and I'd quite like to keep you as the spy master. Then Rogenfrid's our sister. I don't know how long exactly she is going to remain a powerful vassal, but what we can do is stick her as the head diplomat, make you domestic affairs, and that's going to beef up everybody's opinion of us. So if we do start to do a little bit of consolidation, then the other vassals are much less likely to come up against us. And then finally we have two mayors, who are also powerful vassals, but I think I would rather have somebody a little bit more exceptional come into place. And actually what we can do is we could have Duchess Euphema becoming the steward, and then we can make Pecco our marshal. Or our daughter. Because Pecco is still going to be a mainline fighter. You know what, let's make Bjorg the steward. Okay, then we also need to assign some guardians, because we have two 6-year-old children. So you are rowdy, and you are very good at fighting. So I think we're going to make you very good at fighting. And have Maria training you. Huzzah! Our cousin. Callous, wrathful, craven. Actually, Pecco, he is a military guy, and isn't he like super intelligent? Oh no, that was the... that was one of the other husbands. It's just that Maria has the best education so far. So I think we will make it Maria and just hope that you don't become craven. And then our other kid who is charming, so this is diplomacy or intrigue. And that's going to be intrigue, because you suck at diplomacy. So let's have somebody teaching you that. That's going to be my queen? Probably my queen. Yeah, you'll be fine. Okay, marvellous. And then we also need to nominate a successor, but I'm going to hold off a little bit on that. So, we are the King of Andalusia. We are also the Jarl of Seville and the Jarl of Cordoba, which is why we have a territory in each of those. I would like to consolidate Cordoba as quickly as possible. So right now that's being held by Princess Frogapirate of Andalusia. So if we tried straight up to revoke Cordoba, we would gain a bunch of tyranny, you would dislike us, and you would actually accept. Can I get you to revoke both? No. 100% chance of accepting. Or, can I imprison you? 100% chance of success. Why is it so high? Because we're just so much stronger military. However, if we imprison you, that's not actually a crime. So we would actually lose even more tyranny. It's just usually a safer method, but seeing as we don't really care about safety, we're just going to take Cordoba from you. Thank you. And who owns Jane? Queen Roggenfrid. Well, we're going to revoke that from you as well. We'll see if you all refuse. Thank you. Because I would quite like Sevilla. You would also not say no. And we have such high diplomacy, I don't care so much about the tyranny. So there we go. So we are now 4 out of the 6. We are quite a lot stronger. Do we want to continue taking these territories? I mean, probably. So what else is in the Cordoba Yaldom? Alakos. If we take Alakos, then we own the entire thing. So this is going to be from Budley. You only have a 68% chance. And Roggenfrid, Euphrema, and Frogapirate would rise up if you say no. I think we'll stick with the 4 for now, and we'll let some of that tyranny burn down. What's the goal of this campaign? To make it to India or Burma. Via Africa. So we're on the outskirts of Africa right now, and once we have secured our territories here, we can certainly start looking at Africa. How old are you? 49. Oof. Yeah, our previous queen was in place for quite a long time. She was 73 when she finally passed away. And we should probably take a look at our children to decide who our rightful successor is going to be. So Bjorg is quick, honest, ambitious, compassionate. It's a decent group of abilities, and she is quite good. We have a military mastermind here, though you are a bleeder, but you are wrathful, you're also zealous, you're fickle, which I don't like. And you two are just too young to really decide. You're quick, you're nothing. So right now, Princess Bjorg would be the one I would put in place. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you my successor. Oops. In all 3 of the titles that I own. And she is now first, and first. Marvellous. Because we do still have an absolutely incredible amount of diplomacy. So despite my tyrannical beginnings, people still like us. We do need a court physician. Yeah, Hunty would be fairly good. You need to convert. You would refuse. Pernell is pretty good at the old learning, so we'll put you in charge. And Pernell seems to be a pretty good courtier. Huzzah! And then Aminata is just supporting us in everything that we do. Awesome! Spymaster doesn't like us, so let's start swaying you straight away. Just in case we find a dagger in our back. Palm Tree Life, thank you very much for the 3-month primary subscription. Very much appreciate that. Thank you. Check out Discord. There's a great group there to get help in some multiplayer games. Yes, yes there is. And Grasswing came in as well with an 8-month resubscription. Thank you very much for that, Grasswing. Really appreciate the ongoing support, everyone. Thank you. Why is this rattling a little? I've had that a couple of times recently. Alright, so fresh converts, volunteer, we've done those. A notable guest has arrived. An experienced fighter. Just how experienced are we talking? 20? Yeah, you are pretty experienced. It's not like I'm short on money right now. Then Francesca, 28. You're a bit older, but very good fighter. Welcome to the army. So we can have up to 9 champions at the moment. Francesca is actually our best fighter. And we are definitely going to need to do some placating of people. Alright, let's speed 4 while we wait for some of this to burn down. How far down the steward tree is the tyranny reduction? It is administrator, isn't it? There. Soon forgiven, so we may well want to go stewarding at some point, just so we can get some of the administration abilities. We're not going to need many of them, though. Just the anti-tyranny, because we are going to need to revoke quite a few territories. Now, is there any way that we can get a hook on the remaining ones? There's these 2. I mean, yes, we would start spying on them. Why are you not showing up as your own crest? Oh, because you're also in Algeciras, I see. Well, Algeciras. So right now you're stopping people murdering me, which is probably quite important. Although I'd also quite like you to start looking for some secrets on him. Good. Any other issues we need? Low control. Disabled building in Cordoba. Been hosting your Chancellor, Queen Rogenfrid, for several weeks, and she's helped me truly understand the splendour of your realm. Oh, good. Yes, I know there's a disabled building here. There's literally nothing I can do about that, so not a very useful pop-up. Sarah can marry. Yes, she can. And Sarah is my eldest? No, second. You've already got married. Okay, that's fine. And then Sarah. So, second daughter. This is the fighty one. So let's take a look. What type of things do we need? We need alliances. If we can get one with West Francia, I would be very, very happy. So let's do this by alliance power, and there we go. 2 West Francians. And it looks like Prince Jean is going to be older. He is in fact the eldest son, so this is the heir. We couldn't possibly matrilineally marry you, could we? No. Wait. Yes, we can. So we just got an alliance with West Francia, and heirs of their heir are going to be my dynasty. Awesome! Okay. How does betrothal work, if you don't mind explaining? Betrothal is just marrying someone who's underage. So it's not a marriage as yet. It's rather saying, once you have hit 16, you will be marrying this person. Can't get it to work. How do you mean? And yeah, that was probably a result of my crazy good diplomacy. We basically just talked him into it. And this guy really is crazy good diplomacy. I mean, 26 diplomacy at age 50. It's pretty good. 100-acre fields constructed in Cordoba, so we can continue building stuff up here. Homesteads would be more levies and supply. Hamlets would just be more money. And I like money. Having a solid income is very, very useful. Cool. Fact, what? Oh, you are Seville. So we need to take these two at some point as well. But these ones are a lot less important than Alarcos. Like, I'd like to get to my 6. So it's going to be Alarcos and... actually. 33, 30, 33. You're only a 2 holding site, though. So Cadiz would be the next one. And Frogger Pirate already hates me. And is a known murderer. This one you would refuse. Okay. So we get 1 territory for free. Dynasty unlocked constant care. Oh, because I'm not the dynast. Bugger. Who is? Really? Oh, because you're the eldest of our siblings. Yeah, I was second. Eldest son, but second total. Wait, that means that a girl was more than... Has the succession changed again? Because previously we had the problem where the eldest son would take over even if there was an older girl, but now it's the eldest girl is taking over. Which is right, because she is the older one. She's 56. I'm just confused, but okay, so what did we just get? Constant care. Which is... what? Spouse opinion plus 10, fewer complications during pregnancy. Not a problem that we've been having. So probably the least useful ability we could have had. Levying grounds. Niabla has been built, so we're going to continue getting the pastures. Upgrade. Loyalty or fear? As their king, my vassals owe me their allegiance. My word is law, but how much is obedience without devotion worth? In times of crisis, a slow response or a half-hearted effort can lead to disaster. Can I afford such a risk? I will win their unwavering loyalty, which reduces their taxes but increases their opinion. Fear is a far more effective tool. Budley becomes wounded, and I gain dread. Or I have more important men to impress. And we'll go for Sultan Abdul Aziz instead of the Hillenids, which are these guys. I mean, I would say this one, but we're so diplomatic, I don't really care about their opinion. So we're going to go with the Sultan. Instead of showing potential candidates, it just shows my character. Hang on. So when you choose spouse, the candidate should be down here. Make sure your filters aren't set to something else. And also, sometimes this doesn't fill in properly, so make sure you have your character selected first, and then the second set should also appear. So if we do this, then find spouse. No, it wasn't find spouse. Arrange marriage, that's with her. Yeah, sometimes you just need to make sure that your side is filled first, and then you can search their side. And we just got a tip. And Streamlabs is not telling me what it said, so bear with me just a moment. Vincent, thank you very much for that. Very much appreciate it. Perkele, is this some kind of marriage simulator or what? Yeah, basically. At least at the moment. We're in the early days of this man's reign. Ignore the fact that he's a white-haired gentleman at this point. He's only just come to the throne. With a tired yet blissful smile, Anamata presents me with two perfect little boys. Oh, twins. Cool, we need some names, and those names will be Crazy Tom and Extremis. May you both grow to be strong and wise. And then the other thing I've done is I have a mod which allows me to rename characters. So the fact that we are currently called Gear is incorrect. We are actually Badkins, which is from now on going to allow me to rename all of our children. So the fact that these are currently named, wrong. Whoops, no, don't imprison her. Rename, should be here. Rename character, there it is. An amazing mod. So I can have a bit more control about this. So you're going to be Bad Brad. You're going to be Shavrash. You're going to be Fred. And you are going to be Tankstark. Awesome. So we now have named our entire family. And the other cool thing about that is those names are now going to be entering the naming pool. So when the AI creates new characters in the future of our dynasty, it'll pull from those names as well. So there we go. You have the wrong name. To the dungeon! So, good. So this is actually King Badkins. So let me just go and rechange that. I'd kind of forgotten that I actually had that mod. Cool. And Tiki Master, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you joining us. Alright, marvellous. Onwards. Rename the queen? Nah. She's not on my dynasty. I think a good male name would be Anon. Literally just named everyone. Alright, we have one boy, so Crazy Tom I'll rename. I'll add Crazy Tom back to the list. There we go. And then Crazy Tom. You've been added to the pool again, so next time we need a character, it'll be Crazy Tom. And there we go! A secret exposed! A shameful truth has reached the light of day. My brother, Prince Budley, has had an affair with my kinswoman, Aita. I do not see what the fuss is about. It's not as if lust is some unnatural affliction. Are we lustful? Content, fickle, zealous. This crime will go unpunished, or these accusations are naught but malice and lies. Right, so we are fickle. Which is not the same as arbitrary. But Prince Budley goes into jail. Prince Budley has allllll. Guards! Alright, so I'll be taking allll, because you are now a criminal. And you're also in jail. And Algeciras. Marvellous. Now what I should actually have done there is released him for a hook and then taken his second title with the hook. That would have been smarter. You're an elusive shadow. I don't think I particularly want to let you loose. Oh, you were lustful. Yeah, you were definitely going to mess up at some point. Awesome. Okay, so we're up to our 6 out of 6. So that's all been built up. Algeciras, however, has not. Wait, is Algeciras actually in? Yeah, it is. Cool. Upgrade the trade port. Drifting apart. Times and people change. Sometimes those who are the closest to us seem to become strangers. King Haspadkins, my sister and friend, King Rogenfrid smiles sadly. For you to murder, I feel there is no friendship between us. Oh yeah, I am a murderer. But remember the good times. Fine. So, next up, you are in charge of Jean. And you actually did a remarkably good job finding some secrets. So let's see if we can find some more. Now, does she have any paranoid, humble, honest? Oh, she's paranoid. That's going to make it very difficult to find anything on her. Following faction targeted you as disbanded. Faction to install King Rogenfrid of Sweden on the Andalusian throne. Oh, I didn't realise we had a faction against us. Well, it's a good thing that we just gained another 1,000 men for the territories we just took. And control. We are going to need to sort out our control. Which seems like a very you kind of job. So let's get Cordoba going first of all. I mean, it's already up there, but we could do it even more. Call to arms. Against the tyranny of King Raoul. Oh, so this is West Francia calling us in against Balashik of Urguel. Yeah, absolutely. Not really expecting this to be a particularly tough battle. But then again, you don't seem to have that many troops. Do you want to sail? Sure, doesn't matter that much. Because, yeah, France just lost. In which case, I want to land here. So it actually looks like the French army is winning this one. And then we can march over to Urguel. I just didn't want to jump off the ships there. Right, we'll go to Tarragona then. Marvellous. Barns and storehouses built in Calatrava. Alright, upgrade that again. We'll keep these buildings going. Greetings, my charming liege. Despite my best efforts, my agents have yet to uncover any secrets of Rogenfrid's court. Keep going. I don't believe that there aren't any. Sinful Hofkodai has been exposed. Shavrash is left. And we have a new diplomacy perk. Awesome. So, probably benevolent intent. No, we were going to go thoughtful, weren't we? We were going to go thoughtful. Try and get these two. Although now we have that alliance with West Francia, I'm feeling that much more consolidated. I just don't rate the August tree that much. Now that we're not a tribal, prestige just isn't that valuable. Says the man with 58 prestige. Oh, Duchess Euphemia died. So we are going to need a new spy master. Interesting. Helvis, you seem lovely. Entirely worth that high price. $73 opinion. That's the other nice thing about being diplomatic. We'll sway you instead. It doesn't look like you're going to come down here, so we'll just siege down that other fort. Okay. French capital is Barcelona. You're not wrong, it is as well. And there it is, 100%. My contribution was lower than the required 100, so you gain nothing. I took 2 forts! I have a feeling the war was just over so quickly. But I do sometimes wonder if that's actually calculating properly, because I've seen 0% a lot. Bailey... Homesteads... Budley is trying to take power. Supported by Beton and Roggenfred. But right now they're too weak militarily. So we also want to be a little bit careful with our spending. To the charming Espadkins, my agents have yet to uncover anything. Okay. Come back to, yeah, protecting me. Although I'm fickle, which does give me that extra 20% hostile scheme resist. Which is quite nice. Homestead's being built in Niebla. So we can build something else here. Possibly hunting grounds? Because we do have cavalry. Or military camps, which will make the archers and skirmishers. We don't really do skirmishers though. But this does come with extra levies. Quite a few extra levies. Or the walls and towers. Not that important. Oh, and also Cordoba should be my capital. So it really is a choice between these two. We already have the levying grounds there. I mean, light cavalry seem to just generally be really useful, so I think I'm going to go for the hunting grounds. Plus this also gives taxes, which I do like. Okay. Ransom. Yeah, I even took their count. Oh no, sorry, the countess. Do I have anyone else in my jail? Yes, I do. Aranda, would you like to be ransomed? And then Budley, who is definitely not being ransomed. Good. No one expects the Norse Inquisition. North Siberia, that's a new one. North Siberia. I get what you did there, that's clever. Because, you know, Rurik. Let's see if I can find Kemerovo. Is it even going to be on this map? It's probably going to be like here. Oh no, that's Irkutsk. So it should be around here. Might even be this. Kemelte. It begins with a K. I'm trying to remember what the major feat... Yeah, it was the two rivers. I think that is it. I think that's Kemerovo right here. Poland formed Lithuania. Nice. Yes. So Poland and Lithuania have been kind of alternating between them. Oh, and they've gone insular. They're no longer Ossatru. And unfortunately, Frisia has fallen to the heathens. Not happy about that. I think Orthodox is going to be the new Catholic in this campaign. I wonder if they've mended the schism yet, because I'm pretty sure they could. Powerful vassals want council positions. Who? Duchess Betton of Granada. Super high learning. Svanhilda, super high learning. And you own Mora, so we are buddies. So these three are not powerful vassals. Frogger Pirate is. Frogger Pirate's not as good as the Thane. But I think I would like to try and keep Frogger Pirate a bit happier. Although I revoked your title, so you're not going to be very happy with me anyway. Still, it can't hurt. And then maybe Betton. And you need to be promoting culture. Let's say Alakos first of all. Oh, Cordoba's still not converted. It's actually going backwards. Oh, because our fervour is so bad. And also the fact that we're pluralist. Yeah, at some point we are really going to need to reform our faith. And make us righteous instead of pluralist. Call to arms. You're calling me in against the Kingdom of Aquitaine. The de jure war against Orleans. Social manipulation. The first time it happened, I barely even gave it a moment's thought, but my steward, Duchess Betton, has grown bolder. Her challenges no longer pass unnoticed to the council table. She is testing my limits. The others are sure to follow unless I give her a taste of her own medicine. I literally just gave you a seat at the high table, and this is how you thank me. Just what do you control? The whole of Granada. Pretty much. Okay, you are very powerful. So what is she? Patient, generous, and chaste. Ignore her, steal her ideas. Mocking a sensitive soul. Forgetting to invite her leaves her in the dark. I have a feeling a sensitive soul. Maybe the schism hasn't happened, seeing as it hasn't happened at the game start yet. That's true. I wouldn't say that she's weak-minded. Sensitive soul. Failed to manipulate. Lost 15 opinion. Alright, once our current sway... Oh, I think that already finished. 8 months. Once this sway is finished, then we'll go and sway her. Because I think we kind of have to. Cordoba wants to build even bigger fields. Do it. Farmsteads equals dev growth. Although right now there is no growth. Because we're over the limit. Do we even have the 35? Yes. That's the naval speed. That's the number of regiments he can have, and that's the mangonels. Yeah, I really need these two. So, where's the next development tech? This one. Urbanization. And at that point, the limit's 55. And Algeciras needs to build something. Well, I would quite like to have the barracks. Which will cost 150. Need some more money. Why not clear up the border? Because Alcatraz isn't actually in our territory. This is the earldom of Santiago. And we don't own Santiago, and I don't really want to spread into more of Iberia. I quite like that there is an Islamic power here. So what my plan right now is to secure this, turn it north, turn it also true, and then we're probably just going to start looking to go further south. Either jumping up here, maybe into where England is right now, and then coming down this. Because I would kind of like to end up in here. And then we can basically use this river to push further east, although ultimately... Yeah, we're going to want to get here and then push east along this. Across the Sahara. And then into the Horn of Africa. And once we're there, we can jump across into India. What's England doing all the way down there? Who knows? Trying to beat us in the March of the Vikings, I assume. Are you seriously losing to Aquitaine as well? No, you have 7,000 men. You shouldn't be. Oh, Aquitaine is landing over here. So you know what? I will go and fight that army. Because I got so little payback for having occupied their lands. I don't really care about occupations, but if I get a chance to beat their army up, I'll take it. And Frogger Pirate shall lead the fray. Oh, they're running. They're running! Okay, so we now have defensive negotiations. So is there anybody else that we would like to make an alliance with? I mean, actually thinking about it, Marwanids. The downside to fighting England is they have a much bigger army than the Marwanids do. Taking the Marwanids out and then coming down here would be a lot easier. Oh, bloody hell, this is Byzantine? I mean, Byzantium is a shadow of its former self, but still, it's Byzantium. Oh yeah, it would absolutely be easier to jump across the Mediterranean, but that's what we did last time. I want to go around Africa, now that there's actually more of Africa. Like, when I did the March of the Vikings in CK2, this didn't exist. And I've never played in Africa. I never did any of the Mali stuff, for example. This game is such a wonderful system for populist independence factions. It's a shame there's not some more successful rebellion to make these kind of weird holdings free from foreign rule. Yeah, I feel like factions in this are a bit toothless. It's a bit too easy to keep people happy. I mean, with this character I'm not surprised, because he is a diplomatic miracle. But for the nations which aren't, I remember there being a lot more problems with internal politics in CK2 than there are in 3. But I think in 3 they've kind of gone the way where succession is how they break the realm up. Drifting apart. Gains another chance. But remember all the good times. I put you in charge of the army. Please don't steal it. Right, so you have now sailed over here and are about to come and fight these guys. How much do I care about this war? Oh, Barcelona's occupied. Let's go and take Barcelona back for you, I guess. Although this is costing me a pretty penny to do. And if I lose too much strength, then these guys will rise up. So you know what? I'm going to siege this down and then we're going home. Because I don't want to lose troops to attrition. Not now. Yeah, see now we've got 560 contribution here. We have full supply. Fine, I'll march up here. This is really gambling a little bit, though. Alright, well, that kind of determines what we're doing. Thankfully, I have got very good defences, because I've been fortifying this place for a long time. You are now over the threshold. So you can send an ultimatum in 30 months. So I need to send my armies home and just start making money. Like, this is dangerous. So we were just talking about the factions and the fact that they never fire. Well, one is about to fire. And Prince Ogier is now dead, so I don't need you to be pinned anymore. Okay, so we're earning 20 ducats a month. So during peacetime we know that we do make money. Their discontent is... Rhyhurst. Oh no, it's dropping. Oh! One of their members I think just left. Yes, Betten died. So the really powerful vassal just died. And with it... Your lands didn't divide. What the hell? My lands divide? Oh, it's because you're the only... Okay, fine. I feel like there may have been a bit of murder involved there. So we need a new steward. Savary is probably the one for this job. And you don't dislike us quite as much. And you are now fully done. So I think what I'm going to do, because you are so powerful, is we've kind of got to sway you to our line of thinking. Faction disbanded. Oh no, that was the peasants. And has he joined again? Yes, he has. Dynasty is unlocked, renowned name. Oh, you're spending all of my points. Monthly prestige plus 10%. I mean, we are a renowned name, so I'll allow it. It's annoying because I was saving up for this one. We were like 3,000, I think. They've just spent... No, we had 4,000. We had 5,000. You've just spent 5,000 worth of points. That's very annoying. We could have had home estates by now. My steward's not my religion. Isn't he? Oh, he isn't. Fervor is so bad. Actually, it's not anymore. I mean, it's low, don't get me wrong, and that's probably because Frisia is falling, but still. Faction created. The Andalusian Populists. Enemy Holy Order. Aquitaine has called the Holy Order in... What's... How? That's not legit, because we're both also true. That's like calling in the Knights Templar against another Catholic nation. Shouldn't have been possible. Because money. I don't think so. Speaking of prison... Whoa! Military! But you're not prowess, so we'll just demand your conversion, let you go. Bye! And our army size is back up to high strength. Yeah, your military power is kind of scary, though. Need to do something to break Granada apart, clearly. Greetings, my liege. Been hosting your Chancellor, Queen Rogenfrid, for several weeks, and she's helped me truly see the splendour of your realm. So Frogger Pirate is now slightly more positive. In fact, she is now positive, despite the tyranny. My last chance. Maria has decided that time in Cordoba has come to an end. What claims are you talking about? Oh. Frisia. Bye! Bye, evil craven person. Religious convictions got an idea in my attempts to align Duke Savary to my interests. Perhaps I could argue it's in the interest of all old Usatru to support me rather than the other Usatru rulers. 70% chance of success. Do it. Sees through. And opinions providing a big negative. Scandalous priest. Another one. Another one. So, in the future, wouldn't go with a spiritual leader. Unless you can call crusades, they are pointless. And just drag your fervor down. Farmsteads constructed in Cordoba. That's nice. I mean, I would like to continue investing in these things. And in fact, one of these I will, which is going to be the barracks. But I want to maintain about 500, just in case. Okay, each alliance grants diplomacy, foreign affairs effectiveness, or ducal conquest. Sway scheme power sounds good to me. And then at this point, I think I might switch to stewarding, so that I can get soon forgiven. You were able to call crusades as reformed also true? Is that because you were a warmonger? Because it's a tenet. You need to have a special tenet to do it. And I don't have any of them. Yeah. If one exists, the head of faith can declare great holy wars, provided the faith is organised with warmonger. I don't have it. got rid of it for the prowess thing. Are we winning this war? Yes, because you guys are sieging, albeit really slowly. And all of you are now too weak to send ultimatums. So... I think at this point my spending would go down to just -8 rather than -12. And I'd quite like to get out of this war. So, we're going to sail up to here and we're just going to fight their army until they're dead. Accusations of witchcraft. Blood-stained cloth, crow's feathers, strange-smelling concoctions. There is evidence presented to me by a group of villagers from Nibla as proof that Sarah has been practicing witchcraft. Well, I'm a zealot, so she must burn! I gain some piety as well. Savory has been swayed. Savory is still not positive. Stay on him. What's your... You're actually a learning. That means your stewarding's not going to go up. Probably. -19, oh, because we're at sea. Guardians can be assigned. Because there's twins have grown up. Okay, so what are you? You are bossy. And it looks like you're going to be a natural steward. Which is good, because we need more of those. There are just so few stewards. Bad Brad, you can train him. And then the other one is intelligent and bossy and also definitely a steward. Like, our family naturally are good stewards. It's just that there's nobody that actually trains as one. Let's go and land here. Oh, shoot. Bit too close. We're about to get our arse handed to us. Huzzah! -17 because of the recently disembarked. They are in debt, which makes it a -10. They have... better commander? How is that giving them 22 and only 17 for us? Oh, because the martial skill is 17. Their martial skill is actually 22. But we're getting more buffs, which is the commander advantage. I see. And we are defending in the forest. Alright, let's fight. Hopefully the sheer quality and numbers of my army will show through here. A commoner of French heritage has been accosted in the streets of Cordoba for some minor offence. By making a statement in their defence, I could perhaps convince my steward, Savory, of the equally French of my good character, but I might risk alienating the Norse peers. I'm quite happy to spend some prestige. The French are indeed good people. It's just too bad that your elders are true. But we now have positive relations. Difference between their fervour and my fervour is absolutely killer, but if I get my relations with him to 100, we're fine. And yeah, their fervour is 100 because it's small faith. Whereas ours is not a small faith and it has idiot Fulkers. There we go, victory is ours. We did take a lot of losses though. Boom. Victory! Plus 25 war score, 1,000 contribution, so I've definitely done my part now. We gained a bunch of fame. Both sides lost a bunch of levies. My champions kicked ass. Actually, so did theirs. Theirs potentially even more so. And like every single one of us was wounded. Oh dear. Heavy cavalry. Lost only 37, killed 300. Both sides of Huskarls. Again, disappointing. Archers actually did worse. Okay. So, yeah, we should win this. Next question. One of their members has left because he's positive. Okay, we're fine. I've been diplomatizing well, and we are going to be absolutely fine. So you're going to go and siege this. We're still quite good at sieging. I thought learning affected how well they taught the children, not the actual stats. So stewardship, not learning a 4 steward, 20 learning with better guardian, 20 learning 4 steward. 20 steward 4 learning. No, I think that depending on what you're trying to teach them in, I think learning always helps, especially if they're a scholar. But if you're trying to train them to become a good steward, then having a high steward, teaching them will make them better at stewarding. Otherwise, how will it determine what increase those stats will gain? But yeah, Scholar is really nice. So, for example... Pedagogy. Wards gain additional skills and can become friends. Is very nice. And it might say on the character. Reduces prestige cost to increase crown authority. Other characters more likely to accept when you demand conversion. I don't think it has any other effect on education, actually. At least it doesn't say it does. Spy Master discovers secret. Queen Amamata's deviant secret. That's my wife. She has her claim, but that's it. Okay. We're not being endorsed. We are not being endorsed. Alright, well that's going to have to be another sway that we do in the future, because that's going to be quite a chunk of money. I think we're probably safe to go to speed 4 again. Although Aquitaine's beating up France's army. Oh, bail you out again! Gotcha! And this time there's no minus 30. And here comes the other French army. Not that I need them. Alright, so. Light footmen reduced to 100. Huskarls. Deals 95% damage because they're being countered by opponents' light foot. That's actually... Oh, that's only because they've got 45 of them. I think next I need spearmen. My glory is widely known. We are now distinguished. Good. Alliance of Baal changed. Savary has been swayed. So as much as I'd like to keep focusing Savary, I really need to start swaying Pernell. Why are you so disliking of me? Murderer and a tyrant. But which came first? The murder or the tyranny? is she deviant? Is a deviant. It's a strong hook, apparently. Oh, I have a secret. I'm an adulterer, apparently. Rakish, thank you very much for the 2-month Prime resubscription. Very much appreciate that. Okay, siege 1. Let's go and siege this one. Oh no, that's their army. Let's go beat that up again. Because we can still get more war score from fighting. Oh, you gonna get the river? Yes, you are. Nice move. Oh, no, you're not. You moved away. Ah, I was like, oh, AI actually made a really good move by blocking this river crossing, and then they moved away. During the daily management of my realm, I've learned of several different opportunities I can pursue. Each opportunity has great potential, but realistically I can pursue only one of them. I must determine what would ultimately give me the best value. I've heard rumours of a lost tome rediscovered. Princess Svanhilda could use some help managing her holdings. Yes, Princess Svanhilda could definitely use some help managing her holdings. I'll be taking that hook. I'll be revoking that title. What does this do? I thought hooks were for stealing titles. Well, Wibble. She'd accept anyway. And we got a lifestyle perk. So, we were going to go meritocracy down to soon forgiven. I kind of regret that we didn't take the main focus now. And the other thing I was going to do was right, change you to managing my domain. And then we can actually manage it all. Good. I need a new councillor. I'm going to bring Thane back in, I think. Yes. My mortal body. Oh dear, and Penel doesn't like me very much. Do no more than is necessary. A little brighter. Penel lowered my hand into her hand into a bucket she brought into my chambers. When she pulled it out again, a little fish was wriggling between her fingers. Open wide, she said, and dropped it in my mouth. I struggled not to retch as it tickled the back of my throat. Whatever was in that fish turned out to be just what I needed. For now, the worst of my symptoms are alleviated, and the world seems a little brighter. Well done. "95%. This war is pretty much over. Oh, they have a supporter again. But my army is just growing and growing and growing, so their opportunity, I think, is basically gone. Heresy! Because that fervor just sucks. It's just not going up very much. We need great wars, we need holy wars to be declared against us, then we need to win them. And somebody said that this was a holy war. It's not, it's a de jure war. So how on earth they called in the Vikings, I have no idea. Rogenfrid died. I gained stress from this. Why did I gain stress from this? This is a good thing. Host a feast to celebrate. Send out those invitations. We need a new Chancellor. Technically, Mayor Assur is a powerful vassal. He is a very good diplomat. A cheery gathering. Welcome, friends. Space aids me in my stewardship duties. Ooh, 300 more stewardship. Thank you. Do they give bonuses if that's their speciality? No. It's not because of learning either. She has a learning of 4. The pleading gaze I received from my Rikskodai Pernell is taking on a desperate tone. A group of guests are approaching the corner she is hidden all evening and the walls are hindering her escape. To think unlanded would act in such a way. I will distract them. That also gives me a weak hook on you. Not sure what I can use that for. Feast in my house. I did everything I could, ensuring that Penelli and Countess Bjorg would be as far from each other as possible. It was not enough, and now they have come to blows in the middle of my feast. One of the guards is close to the brawl and looks to me for an order to intervene. Restrain Pernell until she calms down. So Bjorg is my niece. But Pernell is my Rikskodai. So we're going to help her. Am I going to siege this before you siege this? What level fort is this? As my guests depart, I'm proud to say the feast was a success. Have my wife Aminata to thank for so much of its success, and I feel nothing but gratitude she sees the last guests off. Excellent. So that's also gained a bunch of opinion. Hiroka has created the Lumbee branch. You are totally sieging that down before I finish this, aren't you? That's a level 4. This is a level 06. Yep, that will do it. My old self. I'm no longer ill. Good. Siege 1, 100%. Oh, we have no general here. And Hiroka's even a siege commander. Sweet. Come on, end the bloody war. We've won. France! France! Thank you. Time to head home. 37 ducats a month. Yeah, so increasing our relations meant that she starts actually paying us, and that's another 8 ducats a month, which is pretty good. And we now have a standing army of 11,000. Don Bassos wants me to drink some tea. I think that can be arranged. So I'm going to say that we have done our job. We have restabilized everything. So it is time for us to start thinking about where to go from here. Do we want to embark on this now? Yeah, because I think we basically want to be setting ourselves up for success in the future. Somewhat like we were doing with Gardariki. Which I'm really happy to see how they're doing. Gardariki's doing good. Maybe not. You're still freaking Orthodox. And more of it's becoming Orthodox. That spreads so quickly. Faction targeting me has disbanded. Savory has changed culture to Andalusian. Minting new coinage. It is my right and responsibility to determine what coinage is to be used throughout all of Andalusia. The choices I make will determine how the coinage, and by extension my realm, is seen throughout the world. So mint silver coins to facilitate trade, which will give us development buff. Mint coins imprinted my own visage, which gives prestige, but we're content, so we wouldn't like it. Debase the coinage with an inexpensive nickel. Which would not be very successful because I'm not actually a very good steward. So I'm going to say mint silver coins to facilitate the trade because we're all about that development anyway. Wooden barracks in Algeciras has been built. Oh, too expensive to upgrade. So what are the stats of my soldiers now? Like the Huskarls have quite a few barracks built, so yeah, we have an attack of 54 and a defense of 31 now. And they get a buff in Tiger and Forests, which is not Africa. Right, that's speed 4. Oh, I can reach you again. No. No, 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 no. I'm not going to worry about the north. It's not my problem anymore. Faction created against me. Fred comes of age. I am proud to see my daughter is no longer a child. Come to truly understand its uses, she knows a lot about the ways to get what she wants. Most importantly, she is highly aware of the political implications of those wants. They grow up so fast. And tank stock as well. Oh, we've had 2 sets of twins. Blimey. True silver tongue could sway the opinion of counts and kings alike. When she speaks, the court listens in enraptured silence. So we've now got an evil blackguard. Thankfully not a very good one. We've also got a grey eminence. Also not a very good one. I have a feeling that Anon might actually be the best person. Faction disbanded, like the day it was founded. And this is now Budley. So it's basically just this guy going, anyone want to join this faction? No? Okay. What about this faction? Anyone want to join this faction? No? Still not? Okay. How about this faction? Now this faction you're all going to like. Nope, still not. The comfort of a friend. There are a few things I enjoy more than Svanhilda's company. She quietly listened to all of my troubles, helping me put them in perspective, and after a while I realised it wasn't half as bad as I'd imagined. After this short break, I was once again ready to take on my duties. I'm lucky to have a friend like Svanhilda. Hadn't realised just how much I needed this. You know what? We probably should do a pilgrimage. We're still not a pilgrim, which would help. Minimum cost 280. I actually think I'm going to need more. I just really like starting clubs. That guy. Yep. Don't understand this. The 4th time in India run I've lost random territory to inheritance even though I have high crown authority. It's because inheritance isn't crown authority. Inheritance is succession. It's these. Crown authority is irrelevant. Especially high. I think the only way that you might be able to reduce it would be absolute. Which we actually are, and nobody has argued about this fact. But because we're an elective, we can't designate now. Okay, now I think we can afford that pilgrimage. 700 to go to Nidaros. They're all considered very long. You know what? We always go to Nidaros. Let's go to Sigtuna this time. Time to depart. And while we're gone, we can just pay off what we've had to invest in this. Alright, councillors, are you all working? You all are working. Good. Love thy neighbour. Among my fellow pilgrims there is a woman who preaches compassion and fellowship, until she reaches the topic of heathens. One evening, around the campfire, she loudly declares them to be an abominable monsters in the eyes of the gods, deviants and child murderers all. Most people avert their eyes when she looks at them. Tonight I was not quick enough. Do you not agree, King? Truly, they spit in the face of Odin. Speaking of spitting in the face of Odin, you still have not converted. And pretty sure we have vassals who have still not converted. Oh wow, you're really close though. So we're currently swaying Pennell. Once we have swayed Pennell, we'll sway this guy to convert him. Bandits! I wake up to the noise of chaos in camp, but it only takes me a few moments to realise what is happening. We are under attack. Bandits are swarming our tents and wagons, while the guards do all they can to resist. Get me my sword. There's got to be somewhere we can hide. We'll take this. Get me my sword. We are still a Viking after all. Fended them off. Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah indeed, Katie. Huzzah indeed. Meow. I am finally here, body and soul, in the great temples of Sigtuna. As the Hofgod offers me blessings, I reflect on everything that has had to happen for the gods to bring me here at this moment in time. I have walked the holy path, gained a bunch of piety, and I am now a pilgrim. Marvellous. World of Darkness mod is so cool. Yeah, I watched Enter Elysium's video earlier. It does look good. Okay, Pennell is now properly swayed. So we're going to take a look at you. We're going to get you. I'm going to sway you. 80% chance of success. I'm losing my touch. It's good to be home. 2 more months and we'll pay off the debt as well. Freeman's Fortune. Beata, a free tenant renting some of my land in Nibla, pulled in an exceptional harvest this season due to a meticulous planning. You are an evil planner, so I think I will pass on introducing you to my court. If she can pay me in hard coin, the land is hers. And we also get independent farmland, which increases development in Niebla. Absolutely. 285 ducats. Sold. And we are no longer in debt. Wait. Hello? I'm not in debt. How'd I get that? Boo. You're not increasing control anymore. Unacceptable. Get back to work. Cordoba can build up the homesteads again. Actually, is a good question. What my light horse like now? Attack 38, defense 23. Ooh, Huskarls are now at 54. Hell yeah. And did we build the ducal buildings? We did. Royal Forests is tax and development. And military schools. Knight effectiveness and number of knights. Did we get some more? We did. We're up to 11 now. Okay, well, we're a zealot, and I feel like we should do some zealoty stuff. So the question here is, against whom? We do have more troops than England, so we could attack into England for some of their African territories. Or we could go after the Marmonids for their African territories. Or we could try and go down for Tikariyen Wadan. Or Guinea. Or Mali. Or Congo Mali, they're not on the coast. And again, as a reminder, I want to end up in here. Where's Timbuktu? I have a feeling we're too early for Timbuktu. Although, we're now 1200. Man, we've been going for like 350 years. That would be the 17... We would have just hit 1800 in EU4. Just north of Mamos. So Timbuktu's in this? Really? Huzzah! I would have anticipated that Timbuktu would be on a river. Oh no, it is north of the river. Huh. Which is the Niger. Timbuktu is probably this, actually. Arawan. Oh no, there it is. Empty holding. So yeah, Timbuktu does not exist yet. That's very interesting. Once we get a bit in create a character, it's going to make vampire mods. Like so cool when you can name yourself and such. Nykus, thank you very much for the subscription. Welcome to the Maudlings. Glad to have you joining us. And Lulustan wants me to drink a tea. As does Sir Jambonnet. Any plans to a Muslim kingdom? People keep on asking me what my next game is. Let's finish this one first. Because we are still a long way away. We are here. Our goal is probably here. Because I did notice earlier, and this seems really, really appropriate, that the Kingdom of Burma, it's called pagan. So we want to go from one pagan to another pagan, surely. We want to turn pagan truly pagan by making it embrace the glory that is Ustaru. So I think that's my goal. We want to get to Burma. Plus, I really fancy the idea of playing this area in EU4. Like, I've really wanted to play in this area in EU4. Because I reckon that this has the potential to have the highest development in the world. Because this is all farmland in EU4. In fact, it's farmland in this as well. So we'll establish our kingdom here in Ava. Ava. Norse Burma or bust. Yeah, exactly. It's just a question of how do we get there in, what, 200 years? Can't believe how many people are mad they changed it from Norse. In CK3 there are so many. Restore Norse faith and it's just the religion name changed. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing really more to add to it than that. Okay. So I think that England down to Anbia down to here. Is probably the way to do this. What's their development? Where's their development centre? I mean, it kind of is there. I wonder what their tech level is. About the same as ours. Yep, pretty much. Melinik is behind us. These guys are behind us. But no, Sonic is actually pretty much up to date. We might be very slightly ahead of them. But it's close. Andalusians finished High Medieval? Wow, okay. We've barely even reached it. Spouse skills. Queen Aminata gained agricultural thingy. Household. Whoa! Hello. Thank you for the free money. Control increased. Faction. Was it this guy again? No, this is Bjorg. I keep trying and they keep failing. Okay, so what was I going to do? I was going to do a thing. I've totally forgotten what it was. Nope, it's gone. England. I was going to take a look to see what CBs we can raise against you. Ah. This is just the stuff next to me. I forgot Holy Wars have to be next door. And just being next door to England doesn't mean that I can go for this. Yeah, this is all one kingdom. It would just be easier to expand inside Anbia and then move down into Songhai and Ghana. It's actually a bit annoying that Songhai and Ghana are so split up. In fact, it's actually Ghana that we want. Territorially. So maybe it is easier to try to go to Kabul and then across this way. Would save us having to worry about all the rubbishy desert territories. I have a feeling that it's just going to be a lot wealthier too. Is that forest? That is forest. Okay, we're used to forest. We're Scandinavian. This feels more like home than this. Drylands. Drylands are good for cavalry? Yes. So we would actually thrive right here. Oh, there's wetlands here as well. And I like the idea of the wetlands because it has that huge dev buff. So actually Takur has the potential to be very, very wealthy. We would basically just need to take over these 3 crowns. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to Takur. Just because I think we can... Oh man, the base development there is terrible. So 4 barony province. Oh! You guys haven't actually built your holdings yet. That's where your problem is. It's because this area is actually owned by Malanique. So their technology is not increasing. So this would actually be a really easy target for us. Just going for Guinea. I think we've got to go for Guinea. Yep, we're going to go for Guinea. Unfortunately, that means we're going to need to take a break from 67 years? On Cordoba? Why? Because they have crazy high fervor. And we clearly don't. And this has actually been the biggest problem facing us. Just our fervor levels are so bad. We really need to become righteous. This is a very pious ruler. Hadn't really considered it, but is this the time to convert? Because what do we want to change? We want to change you to at least righteous. Maybe even fundamentalist. Oh man, I really should have gone righteous from the start. That's where the revoke landed titles from infidels is. I could really have used that when we were conquering Iberia. I think frankly we want to become fundamentalist. Probably get rid of the head of faith. Clerical traditions, I think we go lay clergy so we can actually control who controls those. I'm happy with the tenets. I think the tenets are like the core central aspect of our current faith. So this is mostly just a doctrinal change. And I would love to change some of these as well, but they're just expensive. Recruitment's fine. Either is fine. Marriage definitely allowed. Temporal revocable's fine. Why is spiritual for life so expensive? Ugh. I think we'll stay with a... No. Well, if we're fundamentalist, I think we're going to have an easier time converting and stuff anyway. And actually, do we want to be fundamentalist when we're trying to... No, I think the righteous is going to be better. There's a perk in the theology tree that lets you ignore fervor for conversions. Okay, that's good to know. Unfortunately, this guy's learning is not great. We really need a learning ruler. Again. I think we're going to stay with just regular Orsatru because we're still in Europe. Once we get out of Europe, we'll try to manipulate matters so that we have a more learned... Actually, no, we are learning high. Huh. Far more so than stewarding. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to... Oh, I'm 60 already, though. get to Soon Forgiven and then probably switch over to Learning and grab Theologian, because we at least want profit. We'll try it. We'll try it. I'm not that interested in doing the mysticism stuff. I'll be honest, one of the things I really disliked about CK2, and I know that they haven't gone that way in CK3, thankfully, and I hope they stay that way, is all the really, really stupid, like, diabolical cults and diabolism and pseudo... Well, it wasn't pseudo-magic, it was actual literal magic. I did not like that. Duke Savory has been swayed. Good. Now you're going to convert. You might accept. Let's just keep on hammering on you. Alright, so we've got another stewardship perk. That's going to be the large levies. And we need just one more for Soon Forgiven, then we can switch over to Theology. I think we stuck on the diplomacy tree for too long. Seeing as we haven't even used the alliance. But it's there if we need it. Okay, so we need to convert another territory. That's probably going to be Jean. Faction disbanded. Budley died. That's all of my siblings, with the exception of Svanhilda, now dead. If Sophia hadn't died so early, that would probably be a really strong Frisian territory. Really strong Ossatru territory even. Alliance expired. Ah, bugger. Wait, why? I thought it was because he had died, but he hasn't. Oh, he died without any kids. Damn it! My plan failed. He was only 19. Right, well, you're already married. Well, you're betrothed. It would be nice if I could get him to break the betrothal and then marry one of mine. Alright, well, we need to get Shavarash to marry somebody else now, and I can't because you're not actually my court. We do need to marry Fred off before I forget. Really? Counties? Oh no, that's a duchy. I guess the County of Sable is just very, very strong. Yeah, apparently they are. Navarre is a... No. Interesting. Yes! Arnbjorn, you beautiful man. Excellent. Ossatru are back on the throne in Frisia. And so are the Maudlings. Everything is back to how it should be. The traitor is dead. Had nothing to do with me. Just the fact that it's such a entrenched Osteru region, it was just likely. Okay, so Shav, no, can't marry you. Fred, we need to marry you off to somebody. But whom? None of these are really tempting me. What about rank? actually somewhat tempted to marry you into Navarra. This is the eldest son of the Navarras. You know what? Yes, I will accept this. Cool. So we are now married to the eldest son, matrilineally, of the Navarras. And then Tankstock also needs a marriage. Provence? You're just a random courtier. Why would you... Oh, no, you're the brother. I see. Seven-year-old Matilda. Oh, no, you're slow. Oh, this would be marrying into you. That would secure my northern flank if we do make it to Guinea. You have any children that are maybe not stupid? Actually, no. Wow, your dynasty sucks. What is your ability again? You're a diplomat. And you are yourself quick. Maybe just marry you for prestige. Oh, it's the islands. This man even looks like a pirate. Oh, that's amazing. Minus 1,000 for the matrilineal marriage. Siguism, adaptive, ancestor worship, sanctity of nature, polygamous marriages, male dominated. That's why they were so against it. It's not male preference, it's male dominate. Pass. I'm really not finding anyone here. How old are you two now? 9. Treacherous villain. Oh no, you're a rational villain. Your sister's the treacherous one. Interesting. Maybe we'll just leave you for now. No, because I'll forget. I know what I'm like. Marry you to the Duchy of Provence. They are also true. This is more for the alliance than anything. Okay. And the next thing I wanted to do was have you, because apparently converting Cordoba is basically impossible. You're going to fabricate a claim. Ah, it's too far away. I can just about get to Drina. When really it's Takura 1. What region are you in? Oh, that is that duchy, so that would at least get us into the right area. So Drina is something that we're going to want eventually anyway. So, make it happen. 2 years. Done. Okay, let's build some stuff. Nibla can build the Hunters' Lodges. Off you go. And unfortunately, I'm probably going to have to give away the Sevilla territories. So as much effort as I put into consolidating all of that, at least some of the outer territories. Why does England own the Algarve? It's just all the English tourists. They've colonised the place. They're like the Costa del Sol. Factions disbanding. This is good. I'm actually surprised we're as wealthy as we are. Considering my stewardship's not that great. And mostly just the fact that we're not at war. And the fact that we've invested very heavily into our economy and we're in a very, very wealthy area. I mean, I know that there are other factors, clearly, behind our wealth. Ooh, yeah, upgrade the barracks. Cadet branch. Cadet branch tinning. Agdecide. That's Sweden, isn't it? Norway. Ooh, who's England fighting? Essex. No, Aalborg. For the conquest of Ulster. Meanwhile, Frisia's really been expanding. So even though West Francia went after the Kingdom of Aquitaine, it went to Frisia. That's interesting. If I take Tangiers from England, could I reach further down? Yeah, almost certainly, but we can reach this, it's fine. Once we've taken that. Oh, this does actually have a tiny bit of the Westlands. It's all part of the same county. Oh no, this is what we were taking, wasn't it? So we'll take this, then we'll take this, and then we'll basically take the whole of Guinea, I think, in one fell swoop. Faction targeting us is disbanded. Built and then removed. Built and then removed. Built and then removed. We just lost an alliance with somebody. I shouldn't have closed that. Nope, don't know who that was or why. Just seeing if there's anyone within their age gap that or age group that would be a good catch. So far, no. Ah, Savory has been swayed. How about that conversion? 71% chance. Come on. Do it. Do it. Really? Not even a pay me. That was just a flat no. Are any of my other vassals heretics? Yes. Although you're a mayor. In fact, most of the mayors probably are. Some of them are. And how's my tyranny? Tyranny's burned down to 41, so we've lost almost 20. What do you? 59. 85! Crikey. Cool. In that case, we're going to try and sway you to get you to convert. No, I should be focusing the mayors. I really wish it showed on this screen who was the right faith. Actually, there is another way of seeing that, isn't there? Go to here, and then here, and no, it still doesn't show. There's another way. We can go to here, find character, reset, relation, vassals. There we go. And now we can see them all. And we're going to sort this by opinion. So if you have a high opinion of me, I'm going to try and convert you. Mordred died. What a shame. That means they can't use my secret against me anymore. More could do with some upgrades. Yeah, it could. And Alakos. Fell pastures. Fell pastures. Okay, so you could actually have built a barracks instead of the fell pastures. Oh, I see, because you have the simple earthworks. Well, where we're going, cavalry is going to be useful again. So, mixing it up between upgrading the cav and upgrading the huscarls, I think makes sense. Major architectural expertise for the queen. Good stuff. How's the fascinations going? Banking is done in 4 years. Heraldry is done in 9. Heraldry will allow us to go to high petition, which would definitely be nice. What is the succession going to look like? Annoying. Although this time the capital is actually going to Bad Brad. Proud that documents of ancient and of less certain providence are finding enough material to make the case that you are the rightful lord of the county of Draenor. Yes, I will pay my 72 ducats. Are you independent? You totally are. Well, that's going to make this much easier. What? Really? Huh? But how? Oh no, it's because we went for this bit, didn't we? That's right. It's fine, it's fine. So I have a rightful claim on this random province in Western Africa. And I mean to take it. To war! Raise the forces! Put on the safety helm. Not that I think we'll need it for this, but I haven't worn my safety helm yet today. And you've got to wear the safety helm at least once. Alright, let's do this. Armies are raised. Speed is decreased. Let the naval invasion. Whoa, that's a hell of a naval invasion. You cannot traverse this body of water. Really? Oh. Well, that changes things. I should have gone for England. We're going to lose 1,000 men just getting down here. Well, at least we can basically walk through England without cost. Build land ships. Interesting. The Good Reeve, while hosting lords and ladies from realms near and far, some opportunities to portray Lord Reeve Eckrith of Lorca in a positive light. Yeah, we have loads of prestige. Go for it. It's fine. And we have our stewarding point. This is soon forgiven. Boom. So now we're going to start working on theologian or scholarship. See, theology focus gives us that 1%. How old are we? 63. How's our health? We're still fine. So you get 0.3 piety for the extra 3 from learning, or 1. We are a zealous and we are a pilgrim, so it is multiplied out. Unfortunately, we only have Uppsala. Really? Even Sealand fell? No, Sealand is also... Oh, it's currently occupied by somebody else. Wait, what? Oh! Hey, Maudlings are in charge of Denmark again. But... wrong faith. So yeah, Sealand is the only one. So who currently owns Trondheim? Trondheim is also true. But you are insular. Well, he's a 1-year-old child. Please, somebody around here just, you know, remove them. It's weird that it looks traversable. Yeah, they really need to make this like a different color or something. Like, make it a darker blue. Or put some really angry looking waves or something on there. I have inherited the barony of Carmona. Oh, the barony of Carmona. Definitely want to give that away to somebody. Do we have anybody who is an especially worthy ruler? Putman, actually, possibly. Yeah, absolutely. Crown title. Barony of Carmona. Enjoy. He immediately goes to hating me, even though I've just given him land. Angry. What's he angry about? That I only gave him a barony, maybe? Doesn't seem very positive. What do I think is the best use of daughters, assuming you have male heirs? I mean, I am in an equal society, so daughters are as useful for me as sons are. The Queen is tending wounds. Mayor Theudis gained attentive care. Oh, okay, not me. I was like, how did I get wounded? Nobody told me this. Ah, and you finished fabricating, so I guess continue trying to convert Cordoba? It's just that it's going to be incredibly slow. Oh, I see. Mulwadism is also adaptive, which makes it even more difficult to convert. And the high development. Well, better to try now. 137 years. We really need more. Oh, shoot, no. We never chose one of these. We really need to choose one of these. So which one are we going to choose? Theology. We're going to do theology. Okay. And which one? Convert faith in county, progress plus 25. We want that. Time takes to convert a county is no longer has the high... Yeah, okay, so we need these two. Which actually leads to profit. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Ekfrith has been swayed. Keep on swaying him. Reduce corruptions. Good. Factions disbanded. Excellent. Where's my army? Marching down here. Oh man, the supply situation here is going to be terrible. We don't have anyone who has logistics. We're going to lose so many men from this. Thankfully, we have no powerful factions rising up against us at the moment. Yeah. Oh, that's their army. So, which army has the onagers? Because you are going to continue on to here. Well, this army goes and fights them. In fact, stop a second. Reorganize. Because the first army wants to have... Didn't mean to move those last levies. Not that it really matters. There we are. Then this army actually wants the other commander. Because you're the siege commander and you have siege traits. Then you're the fighty commander who could do with Holy Warrior. That's a plus 10. And these are filthy infidels. Oh, they're actually going to hit me here. Oh, just as they leave. Okay, I'm okay with this. They have a remarkably good commander. Wait, why am I only getting a faith hostility plus 6? Should be plus 10 minimum from that, plus my faith prowess stuff. We should be getting a plus 14. Oh, unless it's halved if these aren't considered... No, they are considered evil. Nope, hostile. Right, because they're a pagan. Yeah, so we do want to be fundamentalist, because then hostile faiths are considered the bad guys. Right, okay. Raid loot recovered. Oh, haha, thank you for the 63 ducats. Much appreciate that. County of Janes to given rise to thieves, populists. Peasants. How in Odin's name did I end up with a claim all the way down there? Court chaplain shenanigans, primarily. Oh, these are oases. Dev growth plus 10, so they're not as good as floodplains. So when we make it into Africa, we are truly cut off from Europe. So yeah, that's definitely when the faith can start to shift. Unless we manage it with this guy. In which case, so be it. Actually, you know what? Go and siege that. Where's their capital? Down there. A secret exposed! A shameful truth has reached the light of day. My daughter and heir, Badbrad, has had an extramarital affair with my steward. Oh. Oh, has she? I'm very sorry to hear that. 3 more years and I can force you to convert with a hook. That's a real shame. And this army, split you in half. Send them there as well. Levying grounds built. Well, while we're at war, I don't want to build anything. But once the wars are over, we can. And actually, once we've taken this, we can go straight for Takrur. And then south into Guinea. And then after that, I'm really wondering if we want to take England so we can at least control the... No, I kind of like the idea where we are just completely cut off. Because then we are truly just a little Norse enclave here in Africa. And there is no going back at that point. Barns and storehouses in Sofia have been built. Still more upgrades to go. Curse you crazy high technology levels. No, we'll hold off. North Africa, it's what we're working on. Alright, you need to move down here to go and take their capital. Empty council position. Oh, we lost our councillor. Right, because I threw him in jail. Yep, that would do it. So, Countess Bjork could be on the council, and she is a powerful vassal. You also were removed. And our steward can be Princess. Who I would definitely not trust as a spy master, despite her crazy high intrigue. So who are we swaying at the moment? This joker. Are you going to convert yet? I'll try. Anything for the faith. 270 ducats. Such a rip-off for just a mayor. But now I can start swaying her so she doesn't try and kill me with a crazy intrigue. Because that is a definite threat. 70%. $88. And we are marching into the fight. This is actually my Huskarls and heavy cavalry force. So I think we'll be fine. They have House Guard, but I have Huskarls who are significantly better. Plus we have the Holy Warrior on the field who is still only getting a 6. Yeah. So Faith Hostility is halved if it's against a hostile faith as opposed to an evil faith. And there it is, 100%. Shavrash has been murdered. Do we know by whom? Oh, in battle. That's another bug. Okay, we're enforcing our demands. We're taking the county of Draenor. Correction. We have taken the county of Draenor. And thus, the safety helmet can come off again. And the Vikings are now in West Africa. Something I'm fairly sure they never achieved in reality. I hope they fix that about people dying in battle, because it gets me every time. Yeah, same. Alright, let's disband the armies. Send them all home. So we're basically going to have to pass through this every single time. What's the supply here? 4,800, 2,900. So the Oasis is at least a bit of a supply buff. And supply here is 3,500, 4,700. But this is looking like a pretty nice little zone to build up. And we can go straight for you. No, I can't. Holy War? There we go. Holy War for county. They've only got 700 men. Alright, march over the desert again, people. Should have put the banner here. You know what? Takes a month, but so be it. There we are. Bjork. Been hosting your Chancellor Countess Bjork for some time now. The way she imposes herself on my home, all the while encouraging no less than grovelling servitude to you, disgusts me. Yeah, Bjork, you're not very good at this job, are you? Oh well. And also, I do need to give up another territory, so I think we're going to give up Mora. Yeah, Mora. So, do we have anybody in our court who is deserving of such a territory? Actually, yes, Cecile. There you go. Oh yeah, some prisoners. Should probably do something about that. Where are they again? Whoa, we have loads of them. Wahab, you can go. Okay, you can't go. Princess Badrad, I have no real reason to keep you in prison. Savory. Ah! Of course, I can just do it this way. Dumbass. There we are, converted. Bintao. We'll accept money. Aziza. Will not accept money. Let the conversions begin. Wait, why is my grandson in prison? Get out of there. Sukama. Hang on. Will you pay me? No. You would not accept, so release for that. You would accept 10 ducats. Are these armies coming up? When you do, just go there. And there we are. Marvellous. Dungeons cleared out. We have built some coops in Cordoba. And with that, Cordoba is now fully built up. So annoying I can't change this into a great temple. I guess because it's not one of my holy sites. Valuable hostage captured. That'll do it. Okay, so our lands down here grow ever larger. However, we do have a truce with these guys, so we can't fight them. But we can fight Guinea. Oh! Queen Amamata has a claim on Kaor. Well, that's interesting. So, what is this area? Is it... Oops. It is the Duchy of Jolof. So, starting with the Duchy of Jolof, I think, would be a pretty good start. Oh, we could go further south if we wanted. Nah, Jolof is fine. Because from there we're just going to go straight across to where the river is. And then we're going to use the Niger to basically move over here rather more rapidly. I do feel like we might need to spend a generation or two in Africa though, just converting it all. I mean, not all of it again, I just want these little pockets of Usteru all over the place. Can always fight the ruler used to kill the Pope by declaring war and killing him afterwards just to declare the next war. I don't have a Pope. I can't declare wars through Popes. I mean, I do have a Pope. He's just bloody useless. Ooh, that's quite a few people to fight. Cool. Let's do it. Oh, you're hostile. How's Christendom doing? Christen what now? I mean, Insula's doing well. Waldesian's doing well. Orthodox is doing very well. Have you converted Holland yet? No. Why is this tiny little piece also true? I think it's just a graphical glitch. Well, Frisia is also true again. It just needs to be reminded of that fact by their new ruler. Anyway, this is a safety hell moment. I was kind of wondering if I really needed to do this, but considering we're in the unknown reaches of Africa, you really need to have a bit of safety just in case. And because we're just coming from Iberia, it really doesn't take us very long to rally all of the troops here. You're marching into me? That seems silly. I think I'm going to split my army again for the sieging. And this is going to be led by the Holy Warrior, Mayor Cecile. You're going to be led by that guy. And I think I might actually give you a couple more levies. 3,000 would do it. So you head on. Hey, we're at war with these guys again. Oh man, sucks to be you. They have trebuchets? I don't even have onagers yet. I'm still using mangonels. Oh, you're just raiders. Oh, I don't care about you. I mean, I do care because you're going to raid me, but I also don't care. Correction. You're going to try. And you know what? I think I might even split you in half. Because I really need to be sieging Cairo down. Let's have you go this way. Because it looks like Guinea is at war with somebody else. Yeah, these guys have really started to band together down here. They can bring 3,000, but I can bring 10,000, so... No, 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 no! Cadet branch. Count Mats created the branch modeling Odense, rather. Where was Odense again? Oh, Denmark. You're in the wrong spot. And we probably should be investing a bit of money in upgrading these locations. Watchtowers is fort level, outpost, defense. I mean, this is a very important location because it kind of controls... Camels? These farms are dedicated to the breeding and the raising of camels for the use of the military, as well as the local peasants in their daily toil. Camels are flexible and sturdy mounts, ideally suited to the harsh desert climate. Camel Rider Vikings. You also get free knights for this, which is kind of cool. Vikings on camels, hell yeah. Right, and we can also get another ducal buildings down here. Which we probably should. Although, actually, what duchy was this again? Okay, so it's just this northern bit, which we do control. So, taking over that duchy probably is a good idea. Who's going to get the succession to these locations? Draenor does thankfully actually go to Bad Brad. So she gets Cordoba and Draenor. And depending how situated down here we get, I am really tempted to just release Andalusia. Actually, while I'm thinking about this, Let's have us starting to actually convert this. It takes 30 years. Actually, you're finished in 3 years. That's fine. Then we also need control down here. Go. Cadet branch. Cool. I mean, one thing that we are bringing in from Andalusia is just lots and lots of money, which we can then use to invest in this area and just super build it up. You go and stop them, seeing as this is my main fighting army. That's that siege done. You go and siege this. Then once you're finished, you can go for Jolof, I think. The nice thing is, we actually have enough supply to attack all of these locations, because this is rather richer than this. It's going to be funny, because the English are going to be like our last contact with Europe. Crush them! Is it true that CK3 has no multiplayer chat? I know that Quill was asking about what the hotkey for that was, and I don't know if he ever got an answer, so I don't know, I'm afraid. I mean, I think they kind of accept that these days basically everyone uses Discord and the like. I mean, not having a chat would still be annoying. Just for the off, like, hey, you want an alliance real quick type stuff. %28 success. We have another council here. New lifestyle perk. Excellent. Let's get faithful, and then we can get zealous prosthelicizer, and we'll start really converting stuff down here, I think. A scandal. My daughter and heir, Badrad, has been showing the signs of pregnancy for some time now, and everyone thought her husband, Ranmiro, was the father of the child. Now it's become clear that the real father-to-be is none other than Savary. If only it could have stayed a secret. Well, it wasn't me. Don't look at me. I didn't spread that one. Doesn't exactly help the family. So yeah, I think I am going to start building this area up, and for that we're going to need farms. Desert agriculture, I guess? Or we just build the watchtowers here, seeing as it's the key to moving further north. You know what, I think we'll put that there, just in case we get some northern incumbents who come up with the wrong ideas and think they can actually take us out. How will I switch the African branch? Probably the same way that I switched to Andalusia. Just give away Andalusia and just keep the title down here for myself. It's just a question of when. How's your health? You're now poor, bugger. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to do it in your generation, but I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to anymore. And starting down here without the resources of Andalusia would definitely make things harder. But having this succession and keeping Cordoba would make it that much easier. Except then we're going to have to be contending with everyone at home. What's our heir like? I mean, unfortunately, you're now known as an adulterer, which is going to make people dislike you. And you yourself have disputed heritage. Yeah, you're not my heir. You would make things too difficult. We do have you, who's a mistress of intrigue. We have yet to play an intrigue character. Although I think that for the area we're going, I mean, Anon is very good. He is intelligent. He's only 15. He's already got pretty good abilities. Actually, Extremis isn't bad either, though he's deceitful. What's your education in again? Marshal. Yeah, you're also a really good steward. Base level of 9. We'll wait until you come of age and then we'll reassess how things are looking at that point. We'll finish sieging this, so you may as well come down here. We have unlocked Ordained Rulership. Man, you guys are going through these legacies. Ordained Rulership, monthly piety plus 10%. Okay. And we are most of the way towards Fabled as well, which will be nice. We do get hereditary rule in 5 years. I don't know that we're necessarily going to live for 5 years. That would bring us to 71. And this guy's health is already poor. So I'm not convinced just how likely that's going to be. Oh, right. We also have another province that we need to give away. And that's going to be Algeciras in that case. So do we have anyone that should get that? Only family members. I'm not sure I want to do that. Oh, guild's quite good. So is Aristique Aristiqueson. Let's give it to Aristique Aristiqueson. Oh, I can't. Gil? Gil we can. So I'm going to give you Algeciras. And I think we're going to end up giving away the entirety... Well, we're going to give Seville and the Earldom of Seville away. We never did take Jean off of Princess Linda. You would 100% accept at this point. Oh. We're starting to get quite a few factions rising. Andalusia might well just tear itself apart before we leave. So maybe going to Africa is going to be the best thing to do. I mean, we're going to end up giving away the Andalusian territories anyway, so there probably is no real reason to revoke that. I love the fact that these guys are using trebuchets already. Trebuchets. I'm bloody well stuck on onagers. I don't even have mangonels yet. At least I'm assuming that's a treb. Oh no, it's a mangonel. It just has the animation of a trebuchet. 62%, though they are trying to siege me back out up there. This fort has held out a really long time. Here's a level 4, I guess. We don't have siege engines in these two armies. So once you're done, you need to go up here and basically just start clearing out these people who are sieging me. Which you can do now. So you head on up here, hopefully you arrive in time. And then you can go down here. Cool. Unless, of course, we win the war in the meantime, which would be nice. Scandalous priest. God damn it. You take Joel. 96%. Anon's come of age. Okay, so Anon, shown great aptitude in battle tactics and management of armies, will make a fine commander one day, I'm sure. And extremists. Not content with the understanding of the flow of wealth and people, he seems capable of predicting it as if by instinct. He always finds new ways of profiting off of it, too. So actually extremists is potentially an even better leader. Except he's not intelligent. Your diplomacy sucks. So I think, yeah, Anon's going to be the true inheritor. So let's do that. Let's go. Put you in charge. I realised I was just clicking on him. I wasn't actually changing my vote. There we go. Now he's in place. I was like, why is this not changed? This should be changing. I am super diplomatic. And my will is absolute. 99%. Come on, 100. Come on, 100. Come on. There we are. Biff. Okay, so we now have a reasonable amount of territory down here in the south. I don't know how we got 2 vassals from a holy war, because I thought that holy wars replaced all vassals not of your religion. But never mind. Right, we do also need to get Anon married. So, first things first, let's go and send the armies home. Second things second, we need to change where our capital's going to be down here. 15 dev, 14, 15, 16. Jolof's a 3, Chaos a 4, Bale's a 3, you're a 3. So Chaos is probably the capital. Although Jolof is the actual ducal capital. So we'll make that the capital. We'll need to get rid of these two. You can build a special building of some kind. Oh, it's probably a thingy. You're in jail. How are you going to decline this? Oh, you're not in my jail. Neither are you. Interesting. That's probably how they kept those territories, because they're in somebody else's jail, so we couldn't actually find them to say, hey, your stuff now belongs to me. So, I think we need to give Sevilla away. I'm also really tempted. Well, no, the first thing we need to do is create the Duchy of Jolof if we haven't done so already. Or Tunkara, rather. Can't usurp it because they're in a war. Second thing is, we just need to make a bunch of money. And then reinvest that as much as we can down here. So what is Espadkin's getting? He's getting Alakos, and that's it. Oh man, this is really going to tear the realm apart. Oh, we could actually create the Kingdom of Takur. In which case, we just give Andalusia to one of the others and just let them deal with it. Ransoms, yes, I will definitely start accepting ransoms now. Scroll down. So Wahab's the guy that refused to convert. And we're going to start converting some of these miners. Oh, we have another zealot. Debegume is a count. You're probably considering another proposal? So Extremis is about to leave the court. Before you can do that, we want to get you married. Before we do that, though, we want to get Anon married. So is there anybody here? I think, frankly, Anon just wants to be done through sheer ability. We're going to make this age difference of, say, 10 years. And what abilities are we going to want the most of? You're possible. I mean, you're just good in everything. There's nothing that you really suck at. So maybe we just want another all-rounder. Because Escamonde is actually fairly decent at pretty much everything, especially stewarding. Which would allow us to hold more territory down in Africa. Which I think will probably be the best idea. Had 240 trebuchets of the Byzantine Empire, siege most things in less than a week. Yeah, I'm not convinced about siege engines as a man-at-arms regiment. I don't know how exactly I would do it, but I think maybe build them at the scene? I don't know, that would be pretty micro-intensive. Maybe make it a non-slot man-at-arms? That'd probably be a better way of doing it. So a man-at-arms regiment that doesn't actually take up a slot. So you have your siege train, and then you could also be a little bit more limited in how big it can get. Shen actually had an incident yesterday in the game to allow him to pick his ruler's daughter to be married to said ruler. Not that he picked, but the game had her on the candidates list. Huh. Too powerful at the moment, definitely. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I mean, I've never got as far as actually getting them, so I don't know how good they are. And also, it depends, I guess, on what level walls they're taking down. Like, Trebuchet's going after a level 1 city? Sure. Trebuchet going after a level 12 city? Probably should take longer. Yeah, I'm really thinking that Escalmonde is probably the best choice. I mean, we'll take a massive prestige hit for this, but considering her abilities, I think that's fine. Let's see if you have anything bad going for... Not really. You're just all round very, very good. Yeah, your base ability is super, super nice. So we will accept that. Cool. And then Extremis also needs one. So for you, it probably can be an alliance one. An alliance with Frisia. Surely that's close family. Yeah, that's close family. I thought as much. Marrying the Earldom of Granada. That would keep Granada secure for you. And I'm actually somewhat tempted to put Extremis in charge of Andalusia. He has the stewarding and the intrigue to survive. The stewarding to just keep on building the wealth up of that area. And then marrying you into Granada will keep them happy. Done. Okay. Good. And you're all now married. Marvellous. Okay, so what we need to do now is form the kingdom down here before he dies. And make sure we have the prestige to make it an inheritable one. Plus 50, that helps. This poor sword's going to have a lot of ransoming to do. 49 out of 50, that's acceptable. 10, sure. 25, absolutely. 10, sure. 10. 0. 10. 400. 40. 500. Okay, form the kingdom. So we are now the king of Tukrur. And the kingdom of Tukrur needs to be Scandinavian elective. And then the successor for the kingdom of Tukrur needs to be Anon. So what we can do now is actually split this off. So if Anon's getting Tukrur, then Andalusia is going to be the other one. So the other thing I need to do is Kingdom of Tukrur needs to become the primary. And this is all de jure Andalusia, so this should be okay. Then let's save before we do all of this. Andalusia is actually gonna go to Extremis. As is Seville. As is Cordoba. You just had triplets. Impressive. And then that also means that this succession has suddenly become Extremis' problem. And Anon is going to get all of Tukrur himself. And now for the rest of our life. Wait, what? Why? Why is it on second? Oh, because these two idiots. Right, yeah, okay. I'm gonna need you... to go ahead and give me that title. I'm gonna need you... to go ahead and clear that title out too. Cool. Now we just need to be able to do this before the current ruler dies. Off we go. If I die now, aren't I going to be dirt poor? Yep. Which is why I'm trying to secure as much of this territory now as I possibly can. Betrothed can marry. Please do. Alright. Keep on doing the ransoms for those who were unable to accept previously. Wow, she's an amazing steward. Sway, the good countess. Who is the most elegant person you've ever heard of? Why, her, of course. Does CK3 not have an auto-ransom or ransom all button? It does, but it has a slight problem. Because, and I haven't quite worked out why, but for many of the prisoners where it says you get a ransom, it actually says ransom for a weak hook rather than money. I don't want a ransom for a weak hook, I want a ransom for money. Otherwise, I'll just release and convert. So, if they change that button for ransom to be only for money, and then you can ransom all, which is the button down here, right by my shoulder, then I would use it. But because it doesn't let you do that, I'm not going to. Because I'd much rather be seeding converts all over the place. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You. What? So because I can't actually capture these guys because they're in his jail, I can't strip them of their territories. And because they are the now illegal holders of those territories, they're going to vote for somebody else in the succession. Huzzah! This joker. Odium Infinitus, thank you very much for the 3-month resubscription. Very much appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always an enjoyable, informative streams. Keep it up, sir. Thank you. I will certainly try to. Ransom them for the other guy's jail. You can't ransom... I've never seen the AI actually accept this. Oh! So I'm going to have to fight that bloody war again now, aren't I? Yep. And this is just getting me so much tyranny. Wait, what? No, not here. Here. Cultures discovered banking. Development growth plus 10% a month. And we are 3 years away from heraldry. Come on, finish sieging. Now I can steal your bloody title. There we are. And now Extremis. Wait, Extremis? That's not who I'm fighting for. I'm fighting for a non. This guy still has 17 votes. Come on, come on, there we go. Force. Revoke, you criminal scum. Now we're voting for a non. Succession sorted. Good. Okay, so Sevilla, I think I'm going to give to one of my other children now, so let's sort this out. So you're inheriting Andalusia as is, but I don't want to concentrate all of the power in your hands, though actually it doesn't make as much of a difference. She is still quite good. She's just not going to be very popular. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grant you Sevilla. And then I'm also going to make you the Jarl of Sevilla. Oh, Niebla is also to give away. I should probably do that. Who was the other decent one? It was you. So we're going to grant you Niebla. We're going to make you the Jarl of Seville. And then Cordoba is staying in the hands of the other son. Along with the Cordoba territories. And I am still over my holdings limit. But at least it's a bit closer. And we will be continuing as Takrua next time. Oh, we're going to get the Zealous conversion soon. Empty council position. Oh, 2 of them. So the new diplomat It's going to be Bad Brad. And the new Marshal is going to be Girid. Savory has become a rival now. Interesting. That pluralist penalty. And now we just save money. Actually, I really should give some of these territories away. So I'm not over my holdings limit. We did say that these were going to go to Extremis. Do I want to give him all 3? Yes, because I want him to actually be able to hold this area. So let's go here. Extremis. Grant title. You're going to get Calatrava. And also Halakos. Jean has become fully Norse, that's good. So now we want Jolof to become Norse, 6 years. And you're not converting. Are we going to be able to convert any of this? At present, no. Because the Osteru faith is so unbelievably weak. 45% fervor? I guess Sigruik and Ibadi is just really high fervor? Yeah. Because our fervor is actually going up. Alright, 25% buff. Does that help? Yes, 25 years. Are you the best learned person we've got? Yes, you actually are. And we can bring in Nafisa, who's that crazy good steward. In fact, we can use Extremis while he's around. It would keep him a bit happier. Would also give Extremis a bit more experience. And we have some prisoners that can be ransomed, so let's do that as well. Okay. Sane is going to go for a conversion. Suramo. Ooh, 100. Nice. Oh yeah, that's the guy that hates me. Because he was my former vassal. Likewise you. And they should just leave the court after this. After all, it's me they hate. Okay, cool. So we should probably build some more stuff down here while we have a decent influx of money. Stone of glass. As I struggle to make out the tiny letters on the scroll before me, I feel a headache building once again. Why do scribes insist on writing such small symbols? I squint and try again. Nothing short of a miracle with the aid of the stone of glass. Even old men struggling with bad eyesight could read with ease. Pernelle, I require your assistance. I need one of these stones or sell everything which is impossible to read. I require your assistance. fields. Because I'm aware of the fact that we're going to be earning so little money that I might not actually be able to maintain my men-at-arms. Another councillor. Ooh, Borkvard. Does that mean one of my children just died? No. Why is Fred in jail? Bjorg has imprisoned her. Okay. Mordred Viking, the immortal guiding hand behind the Mordling throne. How many thrones are we on now, I wonder? If we go to here... And then Dynasty of Many Crowns. 4. We're on 4 thrones now. So still not back to our heyday of 5. Coveted literature. My lord! My Godai Panel approaches me with urgency. A local merchant has a copy of the compendious book on the calculation of comprehension and balancing, but refuses to sell it to me. This book sounds interesting. This sounds like a you problem. I'll make sure the book gets to you. Sounds like a you problem. I ain't spending that money, not now. Not when I'm 69 and in poor health and really needing to leave some money behind. How much of this money is coming from Cordoba? 9.5 ducats. So we will still actually earn some money. The barony of Takrua is making a fair amount of cash. Why? Oh, because it's already built crop fields, and we're building crop fields in all of these. You're still in the Jolof territory, right? Yes, you are. So we also want crop fields here if we can. At least then we will have a decent income, which is basically, we've built up this area more than most of Africa. Earning so little more money. Mordred, that sounds like a heresy. And there are no factions left. Good. Thankfully, many of these neighbouring nations don't have that many troops. The only one that could be of danger is Bambuk here. Wait. Bloody English! Insular Anglo-Saxon. Somehow came to the throne of Bambuk. Hasn't converted anything yet, though. "20 intrigue. That's probably how. Staring at the stars. From all of my evenings watching the stars, I've seen with my own eyes what I've only heard of before. The stars move at different speeds and reverse their course at different times, but seemingly in large groups, depending on which celestial sphere they belong to. Indeed, with the right calculations, one could even predict this movement. I find my answer in the heavens. Well, you're right. I should focus on earthly matters. I am a zealot, after all. Scheme to sway Princess Linda has ended. Is there anybody else I need to sway? Not at present. The Queen, maybe. Okay, you're both zealots. And we have enough money, so we were going to build farms here. At least we're going to be earning the absolute minimum. And how good is the stewarding of Anon? 14, so yeah, he should be able to hold on to all 7 of the territories down here, although these 2 will probably be given away. And there we go, we have died. 19-year-old King Anon takes the throne. King Esbadkins of Takrua has joined the feast in Valhalla at 70 years of age. He died of old age. A man always to put the good of his family above all else. He spent his life trying to ensure a glorious future for all of his descendants. King Anon ascends the throne. Being a talented military tactician, many expect him to lead the realm to many victories on the field of battle. We did actually have him on the throne for 21 years. He had a longer reign than you may have expected. So Andalusia is now independent. And Badrad took over. Not extremists. Oh. Oh, of Takur. That's just because you have a claim on Takur. Well, Bad Brad hopefully does well. I mean, you're decent. I just passed you over because I have a feeling you're going to have trouble staying on the throne. Whereas we, having no vassals, will have a rather easier time of things. Oh no, we lost a province to somebody. No, Cordoba, that's what we lost. So we actually can get 2 more holdings, even without the Queen working on maintaining the domain, just because she's so bloody good. And she really is very, very good. We have a child, so we have an heir, who is a genius! Ingvar! Ingvar! His name is not Ingvar. His name is Crazy Tom. So I wonder how on earth Bad Brad managed to take the throne. Probably because I didn't have enough votes to push through the one I wanted after I gave all the territory away. I shall not let you down any further. Oh, I shall not let you down, father, says Mr. Anon. Well, you are now the king, so it's all in your hands. We need a chancellor. Do we have any powerful vassals? No. And Princess Tankstock has actually come with us. So we have somebody who is pretty loyal. Steward, definitely going to be you. Marshal, Aldebert, I guess. Oh, we have the Queen Mother here as well. And Helvis is still our spy master. We definitely need to improve relations with you. So let's go ahead and sway you. And Penel's still here with us as well. Okay then. 19-year-old. We do still have pretty big armies. However, our expenses are low. That's because we lost the church income from Spain. I had not factored that in. So we are going to have to delete some of these units, and it's probably going to have to be the armoured horsemen because they are incredibly expensive. Possibly even the Huskarls too. Well, actually, before we do that, let's take a look to see what kind of soldiers these guys are employing. Footmen, bowmen, horsemen. Oh, in fact, we could just reduce the number we have rather than getting rid of them completely. Let's go down to 100 of them. And 200 of them. Because we do still have buildings coming in. So those are going to be crop fields. We just want to make sure we don't run out of money before then. And then we are martial lifestyle. We've only got stalwart leader. We're gonna be gallant again. Yes, I do like being gallant. So I think I'm going to go chivalry focus, because this is going to be small armies once more. So our very, very powerful knights are going to be the way that we win our wars. I get stressed when I sway because I'm shy. Air. Well spotted, thank you. And we're compassionate, so hunting is also worse. Brilliant. Longer journeys are more expensive. Minimum cost of 50. Where the hell can I get to from West Africa in Northern Europe for 50? Ooh, Iceland has appeared. We have an independent Iceland. I think Frisia's growing. Britannia! We have an empire. Yeah, at least 50, which would suggest that you can take a pilgrimage somewhere for 50. Because previously it said that this will cost you at least, I think it was 175 or something, when I was in Andalusia. Maybe it's just the fact that I can't physically get there anymore. Because we are now African. We are stuck down here. You can visit North Africa for 50. Yes, because there are so many Norse holy sites down here. Speaking of holy sites, that is something that we wanted to change. Unfortunately, our father died before he could. Filkis Sophie. Sophie is a 69-year-old. Very, very virtuous. Okay. Well, I'm glad that one of them is, finally. And we do need to nominate our successor, which right now is going to be our son. Prince Crazy Tom. The genius. Should anything happen to us... Oh yeah, we are still absolute crown authority, which is quite nice. Anyway, I think I'm going to stop here before we get started on anything big with the new King Anon. So, we've gotten ourselves as good a start in North Africa as we could hope to get. We've already got a crown down here. We own 6 provinces. Once these buildings are done, we will be earning money as well. So, I'm excited to see where it goes from here. This is literally the first time I've played in Africa in a Crusader Kings game. So, yeah. It'll be fun to see what's possible here. Thanks everyone for watching. If you have enjoyed this, hit that follow button so you get notifications when I'm live again in the future, which will be in 1 hour's time, so at 10 o'clock PM this evening, I will be doing some more of this. If you want to support the channel, you can do so either by subscribing here, or you can check out the Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/MordredViking. I do have a YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.com/MordredViking. That is where the March of the Viking series has begun, so if you would like to see how on earth we got to Africa, you can find that over on YouTube. I also have top 10 things I wish I had known when I started Crusader Kings 3, so if you would like, or if you are just getting started in Crusader Kings and you are interested in how exactly all this stuff works, then check out that video. Or you can find out the Vikings Guide to Raiding, if you are interested in finding more out about raiding as well. Discord. I also have a Discord, which is where the community hangs out. They are a very cool bunch, and it's always a real pleasure to see some new faces over there. So come and say hello. You would be more than welcome. I'm just going to go and see who else is streaming this. You know what, Keb Zero. He was lovely to raid me the other day, so we're going to go and return the favour. So head on over to Keb Zero, say hello from Mordred Viking. He is currently playing as Norse Russia, so starting out as Rurik. So if you enjoyed the Kemerovo playthrough on the New Order, he is playing as the original Rurik, upon whom Rurik II is based. So should be an interesting game. Head on over there, say hello from Mordred Viking. I'd love to see his chat absolutely lit up by the Viking raid, which you can do by just copy and pasting this. Or if you are a subscriber and you have access to our awesome emotes, then you can do it with this. Thank you everyone for watching. I will catch you 1 hour's time, 10 PM, for more of this series where we're going to continue as the Norse in Africa. Until then, goodbye.
Or are you?